The Golden State Warriors are looking to sign JaVale McGee. They've signed him to a make good contract, which basically means that he's going to be able to participate in training camp. If he has a good training camp, then he has a chance of actually making the team and getting a real contract. This is a huge opportunity for McGee because his career so far has been very up and down. In fact, most people know about him because he always makes it into the top 10 on Shacked and a Fool. When McGee first came into the league, he had tremendous potential, a 7-foot athletic big man that could rim protect, rebound, dunk. He even had moments of greatness in the post where he was dominating. This was when he was younger, but he's just always had problems off the court. He's been very inconsistent. He's had maturity issues. I remember a few years ago, you would see him on social media. He's tweeting the Instagram models, the Miami girls. He was spending more time tweeting them than he was working on his game. And you could see it translate to his on-court decisions. That's why he's made Shacked and a Fool so much, because he'll just do some of the dumbest things you've ever seen, like plays, passes, turnovers. He's clearly distracted. But the good news is that the Golden State Warriors, that is a perfect fit for him. It's the perfect environment for a troublemaking, distracted teammate like JaVale McGee. The Warriors have a lot of strong personalities on that team, like Draymond Green, Andre Iguodala, and then of course the head coach Steve Kerr. They just do a good job of making everybody come together and fit the system. We're talking about Steve Kerr bringing somebody like Andre Iguodala off the bench. Iggy was a player that has always started his entire career, from the Philadelphia 76ers to the Nuggets, and then all of a sudden he's being asked to come off the bench for the Warriors, and it worked. They were able to win a championship with him playing that role. They played so much better with him coming off the bench. It's so tough to tell a player to come off the bench because starters, they get more money than guys that come off the bench. You put up better numbers when you start. It's a huge dilemma that you have to deal with. And Steve Kerr and the Warriors handled it so nicely. This just goes to show you the kind of leadership and convincing that the head coach has. Everybody is down with the system. They're just going to do whatever they're told to do. And then you have to remember that the Warriors are masters at developing their players. This is one of the reasons why they had this big four going into next season. They developed everybody they got from the draft. The perfect example of that is Draymond Green. This is a guy that before they won the championship the season before, his stats were way down. He improved his stats that championship year. He nearly doubled them. He had almost double the points, almost double the rebounds. It's so funny because people were saying things like Draymond Green is not going to be able to stay in this league. He's undersized at his position. They were saying all these bad things. Now he's getting triple doubles. And it wasn't just him. Klay Thompson continued to develop, Steph Curry, the whole team. And that's why they were able to win the championship. A lot of people felt like the Warriors were still one player away from winning it all, being true contenders. But that development and the changes that Steve Kerr made to the offense, the strategy, that was enough to get it done. So if anybody can fix JaVale McGee, work on all this maturity, work on his focus, improve his game, if anybody can develop him, it will be the Golden State Warriors. His job is going to be so easy because he doesn't really have to do anything else. They've already got 4 players that are going to be attracting attention all game long. He's going to be wide open. All he has to do is dunk the ball when he's open in the paint. And on defense, play decent defense, get some rebounds, contest and block shots. That's all he has to do. He does not have to do any post moves. He doesn't have to do anything offensively. He doesn't have to try to force the issue, make crazy passes. He doesn't have to be on Shacked a Fool. This is a huge opportunity for McGee because if he plays his role, they're probably going to win a championship. And if he plays well, whether they get the championship or not, he's going to be able to make that money. He's going to get max money if he can show up and perform. He can turn his entire NBA career around right here with this opportunity if he gets his act together. I think this is a great gamble for the Golden State Warriors. They need a center, and this is the way that they're going to have to get him. They've got to put in a little bit of work to find the center that they need, because NBA teams are not about to trade them a quality center so that they can just dominate the league. That's not going to happen. Now, in terms of NBA 2K, the video game, with McGee being on this team and Kevin Durant and everybody else, this team is going to be a disaster to play online, because McGee is a beast in 2K. Anytime you have an athletic big man in 2K, they usually wreak havoc. So if you give that kind of big man to the Warriors, and they already have Durant, and they've already got Curry and Clay and Draymond Green and Sean Livingston and Iggy, they already have this team that's annoying. That's going to be a problem for everybody. And now you add in the athletic, rebounding, shot blocking cheese. You do not want to have to play these Warriors online. Catching a break, mismatch in the post-o. Oh, bad pass. He chokes. Bad pass, Paul George. Don't get chased down. LeBron is there. Tie game again. But we need the stop in the clutch. Can we get the stop? Here comes LeBron the bully.